Friends, there are 3 ways to know the thoughts of someone, but these 3, it is very important to understand the methods. If you understand these 3 methods, then you can know the thoughts of anyone very easily. So let us understand it through a Buddha story, how you can know the thoughts of others. Before that, if you are a devotee of Mahatma Buddha, then like the video and subscribe the channel and turn on the bell notification. Take it and also write Namo Buddhaya in the comment box. In a serene village nestled among the emerald hills of a distant land, there lived a young monk named Kavi. Kavi was known throughout the village for his boundless wisdom and kindness. People would often visit him, seeking his guidance on matters of the heart and soul. One cool evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow upon the village, a curious villager named Sujata approached Kavi's humble dwelling. She had heard tales of his incredible ability to read minds and had traveled from a neighboring village to witness this phenomenon for herself. Kavi welcomed Sujata with a gentle smile and invited her inside. The small room was adorned with scriptures and simple furnishings. A warm, fragrant breeze wafted in from the garden outside. Sujata, brimming with curiosity, finally mustered the courage to ask Kavi, "Venerable monk, is it true that you can read minds? Can you read my thoughts?" Kavi chuckled softly and replied, "The ability to read minds is a concept, my dear Sujata. It is not something I possess, but rather a skill I have honed through years of meditation and understanding." Sujata was puzzled, but eager to learn. "Please, Venerable One, teach me this art. I wish to know what others are thinking to better understand their feelings and intentions." Kavi nodded thoughtfully and said, "To understand the thoughts of others, you must first learn to understand your own mind. It is said that the mind is like a calm lake, reflecting the world around it. Only when the water is still can you see the clearest reflections. Similarly, only when your mind is tranquil and peaceful can you truly understand others." Sujata listened attentively as Kavi continued, "Meditation is the key, Sujata. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you can begin to know the workings of your own mind. When you can discern your own thoughts and emotions, you will become more attuned to the thoughts and feelings of others." Over the next several weeks, Sujata diligently practiced meditation under Kavi's guidance. She sat in quiet contemplation, watching her thoughts come and go like ripples on a pond. As time passed, she noticed a transformation within herself. She became more empathetic and sensitive to the emotions of those around her. One day, while visiting the nearby marketplace, Sujata observed a distraught merchant who had lost a valuable item. Without hesitation, she approached the merchant and offered her help. With a gentle smile, she asked, "May I assist you in finding what you have lost?" The merchant, overwhelmed with gratitude, accepted Sujata's help. Together, they searched the bustling marketplace until the lost item was recovered. The merchant marveled at Sujata's kindness and insight. Sujata returned to Kavi and shared her experience. She said, "Venerable monk, I still cannot read minds as if I were reading a book, but I can feel the pain and joy in people's hearts. I can sense their needs and desires. It is as if I have learned to listen with my heart, not just my ears." Kavi nodded in approval and said, "Sujata, you have learned the secret of reading minds, not through mystical powers, but through the power of understanding, empathy, and compassion. This is the true essence of wisdom and the path of a compassionate heart." Sujata, filled with gratitude for Kavi's guidance, continued to develop her abilities and became a beacon of kindness and understanding in her village. Her journey taught her that the true secret of reading minds was not in the ability to know every thought, but in the ability to connect with the hearts of others and offer them solace and support. As the seasons passed, Sujata's reputation as a compassionate and wise soul spread far and wide. People came from distant lands to seek her counsel, just as she had once come to Kavi. She never claimed to possess supernatural powers, but her ability to empathize with others and offer solace made her a revered figure in her village and beyond. One day, a troubled woman named Lena journeyed to Sujata's village. Lena's heart was heavy with grief, and she had heard that Sujata could offer the comfort and guidance she so desperately needed. When she arrived at Sujata's dwelling, the two women embraced in a warm and understanding hug. Lena finally confided in Sujata, "I have lost my husband in a terrible accident, and I can't bear the pain in my heart. I don't know how to go on, and I can't make sense of my life anymore." Sujata listened with empathy and compassion, her heart aching for the woman's suffering. She spoke softly, "I am truly sorry for your loss, Lena. Grief is a heavy burden to carry, and it's okay to feel lost and broken at times. Let us sit in meditation together, and perhaps we can find some solace." Lena agreed, and the two women sat in silence, their hearts and minds intertwined. As they meditated, a profound sense of peace began to wash over Lena. It was as though Sujata's presence and the stillness of the moment had brought her a momentary release from her pain. After some time, Lena opened her eyes, tears glistening with gratitude. "Sujata, I don't know how you do it, but being with you has given me a sense of peace I haven't felt in months. You truly understand what is in my heart." Sujata smiled gently and said, "Lena, I don't have the power to read minds, but I do have the ability to listen with my heart. In your grief, I heard the silent cries of your soul, and in sharing this moment of meditation, we connected on a deeper level. We all carry pain, and in sharing it with others, we can find solace and understanding." With Sujata's guidance, Lena slowly began to heal. She continued to visit Sujata, and together they practiced meditation and talked about life, grief, and the human experience. Lena's journey was a testament to the power of empathy and compassion, demonstrating that the ability to read minds wasn't about supernatural abilities, but about connecting with others at a profound level. Word of Sujata's remarkable ability to offer solace through empathy continued to spread, and her village became a place of refuge for those seeking comfort and understanding. People came from far and wide, and Sujata, in her unassuming way, continued to touch lives one heart at a time. However, as the years passed, a shadow of concern loomed over the village. The neighboring villages were struck by drought and famine, and their people sought refuge and sustenance in the peaceful village that Sujata called home. The once quaint village was now teeming with unfamiliar faces, each carrying their own tales of hardship. While the villagers were initially welcoming and compassionate, they soon became overwhelmed by the sheer number of newcomers. Resources became strained and tensions rose. The village, once a haven of solace and understanding, was now a place of conflict and scarcity. Sujata, seeing the village she loved torn apart by the challenges of an ever-expanding population, felt the weight of the situation on her shoulders. She knew that the villagers' hearts were filled with confusion, anger, and despair. The harmony she had helped cultivate was disintegrating before her eyes. One evening, as the sun painted the sky with shades of orange and pink, Sujata sat under a Bodhi tree, seeking guidance from the wisdom of her heart. It was at this moment that Kavi, the monk who had once taught her the secret of reading minds through empathy and understanding, appeared before her. Kavi smiled and said, "Sujata, it is in moments of hardship and challenge that our true abilities are tested. Just as you once sought solace and understanding, it is now your turn to offer guidance to those who have lost their way." Sujata nodded with a heavy heart and replied, Venerable Kavi, the village is in turmoil. I see the anger and despair in their eyes, and I don't know how to ease their suffering. Kavi sat beside her and said, "You have the power to bring peace to their hearts, just as you did for Lena and so many others. It is not about reading their thoughts, but about connecting with their pain and showing them the path to understanding and compassion." Sujata pondered Kavi's words, realizing that the true secret of reading minds was to recognize the pain and confusion in the hearts of others and offer them solace through empathy and kindness. With newfound determination, Sujata returned to the village and began reaching out to the newcomers. She listened to their stories, shared their hardships, and offered them her understanding and guidance. Slowly but steadily, the atmosphere in the village began to change. People from different backgrounds and walks of life began to understand each other's struggles. The village that had once been torn by conflict and scarcity was now united by a common bond of compassion and empathy. Sujata's ability to read minds, not in the mystical sense but in the sense of understanding and connecting with the hearts of others, had transformed the village into a place of peace and harmony once again. The years rolled by, and Sujata's village became a shining example of how empathy and compassion could overcome even the greatest challenges. People came from far and wide to learn from her and to experience the sense of unity and understanding that permeated the village. Sujata's journey had come full circle, from a curious seeker to a compassionate guide, and she knew that the true secret of reading minds was not about supernatural abilities, but about the power of empathy, compassion, and the human heart's capacity to connect with the hearts of others. In the end, it was not about reading minds, but about opening hearts. And in doing so, Sujata had discovered the most profound and beautiful secret of all.